rather fine mess you've gotten yourself into.
𖹭.
Surprised? Funny. A whole new face. Yet I'd recognize you anywhere, even with that bandage. And from what I've been reading, your face is the only thing that has changed. At a loss for words?
It's been 5 years.
6. Since you abandoned me on that godforsaken island.
Well, I sent someone to help you. Obviously, it worked out for you.
Yeah. And, a lot's happened for me since then.
Yeah, like what?
You really want to play catch-up?
No. I want to know what you're doing here.
Todd Manning held Marty Saybrook captive for nearly 3 months. Family and friends of Saybrook believe she was deceased. Here's the bizarre thing. Thanks. You're quoted as saying you're in love with Marty Saybrook, the woman you raped. Were you misquoted? I always knew she was in your head. That's why you could never love anyone else. Why you're always so detached. It was rape, Todd. You understood that back then.
I didn't need you shoving it down my throat.
It's called speaking the truth. Besides, if memory serves, you responded by belting me in my face.
And you hit me with a shovel. So what are you doing here? You came here to tell me that I got what I deserved? Is that it?
If you think that I'm getting my kicks watching you behind bars, you're wrong. I came back to help you.
You want to be my attorney?
When I was in law school, I swore I'd only do cases I was passionate about. I was crazy about you once. If I were you, that's the kind of person I'd want representing me. And if there's anyone who can go head to head with Nora Hannon, it's me.
And you think that you understand why I did all this?
Let's get one thing straight. You and I both know that you're all about making other people's lives a living hell. And if you did what they say you did, I think it's despicable. But, guilty or innocent, you're entitled to a defense.
And what's in it for you? What's going on? Your career not going so hot?
You know, I've been working internationally. I need to get back on people's radar.
Yeah, where have you been? Because the last time I saw you on the island, you were really in heat with my pilot.
Yeah, that took a bit of a nosedive. Last time I saw you, you were paddling off on a raft in the middle of the ocean. Just had to get back to Blair.
That was a bad decision.
Why'd you marry her?
Same reason I married you, to get custody of my kid.
A loveless marriage, poor Blair.
No, she's got nothing to complain about. She got the Delgado deal.
What's that?
$5 million to keep your mouth shut.
She should have held out for more, what with inflation.
She isn't worth more.
You risked your life because you were so in love with her. What happened?
John McBain.
So, the problem with you and Blair is another man?
No, it's more than that.
Yeah, I figured.
I've hurt a lot of people.
And this is something new for you?
I always tell myself that I'm protecting my family, because that's what I do. But it's just what I mean to do. I somehow manage to screw it up every time. And that's how it is with Blair. I get all mixed up in my head. And she expects me to act out and deliver for her.
Act out? What are you, in therapy? I'm just asking.
I'm a different man with Marty. For Marty. What's that look for?
No, I've never seen you or heard you talk that way before. You really love Marty Saybrook. So, everything you did for love. I just think it could be useful as a defense.
No.
You have to let me do my job, Todd.
No, you're not getting a job, Taya. I don't want you defending me. I guess you can go now.
You think you can find a better lawyer than me?
No.
So what is it, the money? Listen, I know your assets are frozen.
I can afford you. I can afford 5 more like you.
So then what's the problem, Todd?
Problem is that I don't want you defending me because what I did was indefensible. Every accusation, I did it. I took my last shot at redeeming myself and I blew it. It was one time in my life when I felt like I could be a better man. So, what's the big deal about jail if you're already living in hell?
Todd Manning is giving up?
I've lost everything that matters to me. My children. And Marty.
Do you understand the gravity of the situation here, Todd? For starters, there's your reputation, which sucks to begin with. The people of this town are ready to have you publicly stoned to death.
I'm ready when they are.
Who am I talking to?
A bad man. Someone who hurts everyone he's ever met. Physically, emotionally, you name it.
People have loved you. Don't you think they've had good reasons for that?
Stupidity.
Shut up. I'm not staying at this pity party, Todd. The Todd I knew never gave up when something mattered to him. The Todd I knew took on the whole
Todd
damn
you
town.
knew isn't worth a human life. I hate that son of a bitch. This Todd. Taya. The one that Marty loves. He's got nothing. He's got nothing waiting for him outside of here.
It's very noble of you, Todd. The whole let me rot behind the bars routine. But it won't last. You won't be able to stand it in here. And prison is worse. One day, real soon, you're gonna wake up and realize you need me. By the way, nice job on your new mug. Yes, I saw Todd.
¿Qué estás pensando?
Si estás aquí para defenderlo.
Guys, can you please speak in English, honey?
🭹, I'm a lawyer. That's what I do. I defend people who've been accused of crimes. But before you start jumping to
Do
conclusions...
you know what he did, Dale?
I know what the state is alleging he did.
He held Marty Saybrook in a house, kept her from her family. He lied to her, and he had sex with her.
Which in his case means it was rape.
If the state is able to prove its case, he'll be punished. But until that time, Todd has the right to be defended by an attorney.
Yes, but why you, Taya? I mean, you know him. You know all the terrible things he's done.
And don't bring your history into this.
You're the only one invoking history. Prior bad acts are usually not admissible, by the way.
Really? Mm-hmm. Prior bad acts with the same victim? You might want to brush up on your law books.
And if Todd claims it was consensual?
And you believe him?
What I believe is immaterial.
Of course. You're just doing your job.
Is she for real?
🭹, this is not the first time you and I have been on opposite sides of a case, and we've been able to remain friends.
Taya, is it? I don't think you understand. We were there when Marty was found, if you had seen the look on her face when she realized what he had done, that he'd lied to her. It was rape. And I don't think she's ever going to recover.
Do you know that the TV stations are now suing to have cameras in the courtroom? Yeah, can you imagine that? There's Marty on the stand with a camera in her face while your attorney rips her apart.
I never meant to hurt her.
Talia, I'm sorry that Marty felt so violated. Truly, I am. But that doesn't change the fact that that any defendant, deserves the right to an attorney.
And it has to be you?
No, it doesn't have to be me, but I was here and I offered.
Yeah, I know that you think that Todd Manning is damaged goods. That he can't help what he does. But you're wrong. He knows exactly what he's doing. He played this like a mastermind. He took advantage of Marty Saybrook's memory loss, and now he's taking advantage of you and your soft spot for him.
What soft spot?
You've always had a thing for him.
Just because I was married to the man several years ago.
Another one of his schemes.
And I divorced him for cause. That somehow disqualifies me?
I never said that.
No, you didn't. You just know that I'm good, and you don't want me to represent him. Well, not to worry. I'm not. So get off my back.
You're not?
No. He turned down my offer to represent him. He doesn't want to be defended. He thinks he deserves to be punished.
Todd said that? He said that he was guilty?
Well, he apparently feels guilty. Whether or not he pleads guilty remains to be seen. But in any case, he turned down my offer to
Why
represent
would you
him.
make him an offer in the first place?
Why would you feel it's your place to tell me who I can and can't represent? Why is that your business?
Mr. Manning.
Please.
Todd, don't you say another word. Got him.
Mr. Manning, I'll ask you again. How do you plead to the charges against you?
Please.
Todd, don't you say another word.
𝖹.Danielle.
What in the world are you doing here? Your Honor, this woman has no right to speak for Todd Manning.
Identify yourself or get out of my courtroom.
I tell you who she is, Your Honor. She's Todd's lapdog. He calls her whenever he's in trouble.
Silence, silence. Now, if you'll please answer my question.
I apologize for being late, Your Honor. My name is 𝖹 Delgado. I'm an attorney, and I'm here to save Todd Manning from himself.
What the hell are you doing here? Go away.
Hey, who's that woman?
Her name was 𝖹. She used to be my stepmother. I can't believe this.
Mr. Manning has made it clear he's representing himself.
That's right. I am representing myself. You're too late. I did everything that the DA and Marty Saybrook are accusing me of. I plead guilty.
Your Honor, if I could just have 5 minutes with Mr. Manning.
No,
here.
that won't be necessary. I plead guilty. All the charges, including rape.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
Am I to understand that you are charging Todd with rape?
Yes.
That is absurd. That is a travesty.
Your Honor, the plea's already been entered and the time for arguing is over. Mr. Manning's made his decision, and this needs to end so that Dr. Saybrook's suffering can be over. Please, you need to sentence Mr. Manning as soon as possible and put him in prison so that Dr. Saybrook can pick up the pieces of what's left
Your
of her life
Honor, no
and
defendant
try to
should
find
enter
a
a
way
plea
to
without
live
advice
with
from an
her.
attorney.
Your
You
Honor,
can't be
what is
happy
going-
with Mr. Manning representing himself. You are begging for an appeal if you don't give him every opportunity to obtain counsel. I am here to provide that as
You're
Mr.
not.
Manning's
Your Honor,
attorney.
This chick's not my attorney.